All right, a great evening to you. Thanks for joining us on Arc Salt Lake. I'm Brian Schnee. It is Monday, November 18th. Tonight, we're taking a look at new video from a vehicle pursuit on Interstate 80 in Tooele County. This is related to a drug trafficking ring. Let's talk about it. Behind me here, video from the Department of Public Safety Aero Bureau. This was from early this month on November 4th. I'm going to show you several minutes of how this unfolded. In the video, you'll see the pursuit. Stop sticks thrown at the car to try to slow things down. Suspects throwing a bag out of the window. What was in that bag? More spikes. They bail on foot, eventually taken into custody after running and tripping about a mile away. Documents also show the vehicle went roughly 110 miles per hour during the pursuit. Watch. Video from the DPS Aero Bureau showing a pursuit, both in a vehicle and a foot pursuit, involving two people who are wanted by the FBI Wasatch Metro Drug Task Force. This happened earlier in November on I-80.
He's going to play those spikes.
Vehicle appears to be yielding, conducting high risk.
Got him down there.
Yep. I got him on your camera.
Okay. Alright, driver's door's opening. It looks like they're walking back.
835, you can hold that traffic.
Get your fast transfer up. Stopping traffic.
Alright, just close the door. He's taken off. Star 8 has it. Continuing eastbound on I-80.
In the video, you can see the aerial perspective pursuing a vehicle on I-80 heading back into Utah. The driver, Timothy Barfield, and the passenger, Caleb Graham, both involved in a significant drug trafficking organization.
Just try to spike it. Stand by.
Still lane 2, speeds are 112.
Can anybody confirm if that was a good spike?
Negative spike.
Alright, moving over to the right. I threw something out of the window right there. Just prior mile marker 105, he threw something out the window.
Just threw something out again before the 75 speed limit.
According to a probable cause affidavit, this is part of a long-term drug trafficking investigation. During the pursuit, one of the people in the car threw a bag outside of the window onto the shoulder of I-80. As written in that PC statement, here's what investigators found. 13.8 grams of fentanyl powder, 6,000 fentanyl pills, 440 grams of meth, 471 grams of cocaine, and 107 grams of crack cocaine, along with user amounts of marijuana and a scale.
2 out on foot, running eastbound, and they both went down, back up and running again.
Ace agent and Metro units can stay with the car, clear the car. BART units, go ahead and continue on foot if you're good with it. 10-4, vehicle's been cleared, nobody in it. Copy, Case is going to stay with the vehicle then.
Is that water?
I think so.
Alright, it looks like they might be coming to some water. They're pretty tired now. They've both fallen down several times.
Let's set up good containment, see if we can't get a dog team to come out that way.
If you go east just a little bit, they're just walking east along the frontage road. They're blocked by a canal. Alright, they picked it up a little bit. They're running towards the building. They're about 200 yards from that next structure.
.259 is on the north side of that building.
Copy. They're just working their way around to the southeast side by the frontage road that goes on the east of the building.
Get your time on the frontage road on foot. Kilo unit right, did you copy that?
Okay, they are now running south of that building, crossing that frontage road, back out into the field south of the building, still heading south.
You guys are perpendicular to it right now. If you cross right by that building, that road crosses a canal, and they're directly south, climbing that hill.
They're not moving, so I'd maybe wait for some backup. At least 2 people go up there.
We've got the dog on site. Let's get the dog over there. Let's just hold on. Keep the eye on him. Sorry, is my flashlight on him? I'm here on the east side.
I can't tell from up here.
But they're directly south.
They're directly south of you.
They're up running again southbound up the hill.
Hold the radio. We officers are approaching one on the hill. He's the farthest one back. Keep coming forward. He's just a little bit off the right of that road. You're going to be approaching him. And then the second one is going to be on the road in a bush, but get ready because one's laying down flat. All right, second one's coming out on the road with his hands up. Be careful, you still got one laying down. Nice job, Luke. All right, in between you and that guy walking towards you is a suspect laying down about 20 feet of the road. There he goes, he's standing up.
It turns out a search warrant was filed nearly 4 months ago, now going on almost 5 for a residence in the Salt Lake Valley area as part of this large-scale drug investigation. According to that probable cause affidavit, during that search warrant, they found 7 pounds of field-tested positive methamphetamine, along with 2,500 fentanyl pills, a pound of cocaine, and firearms at a residence that belonged to Caleb and Timothy, or at least a place where they were staying at.
Okay, 2 officers have made contact with the first suspect. Suspect number 2 is walking back westbound.
Get your hands
on the road in my spotlight.
That's a lot shorter than I thought.
82 with both.
It's going to clear.
Well, how about that perspective there? And we gave it to you long form here. If you'd like to read more about what went down here, including the rap sheet and the criminal record for these 2 suspects, what they were bringing into the state of Utah, and again, what they found in that residence in the Salt Lake Valley, part of this larger scale drug trafficking operation. You can read it on our website right now, KUTV.com. Both Barfield and Graham are in custody without bail in the Tooele County Jail.
Coming up, a St. George woman says she was targeted while out shopping at a local Home Goods. The thief took her phone and her wallet.
Welcome back. The holiday season is here, and so are criminals looking for opportunities. One St. George woman said she never imagined how quickly she could become a victim. She's sharing her story in an exclusive interview with our Liv Kelleher, which she hopes will be a warning to others.
Linda Walls was on a typical shopping trip here at Home Goods when she noticed her phone and credit cards were missing. She was using a hybrid phone and wallet case like this, which she says is convenient for her and a thief.
Violated is not even the right word, but invaded.
That's how Linda Perry Waltz describes the moment she was robbed in broad daylight.
100% I was followed, I was a target, and they were just waiting for me to step away to just walk by, grab it, and keep going.
By the time she got home, she found that all 3 of her credit cards had already been compromised.
This was literally planned to the minute, I believe.
Walls says that the thieves acted quickly, racking up over $900 in charges at this Target just half a mile away from that Home Goods.
Smart enough, I'm 75, I should know better, right? I should have the wisdom to know better than what I did.
She says she feels guilty, but police say this kind of theft is common.
This is what they do for a living.
Tiffany Mitchell of the St. George Police say thieves like this prey on people who they believe are easy targets.
They may be looking for people that just aren't aware of what's going on either. They're distracted, they're on their, they got their earpods in or they're on their phones and they're not watching where their items are.
She says this is a pervasive problem in St. George that can get worse around the holidays.
Crime groups or thieves, they talk with one another. And so if they feel like that we're a soft target, they're going to come here and work this community and we may have some victims here. So yeah, they absolutely know what they're doing.
Police say the best way to avoid being a victim of a crime like this is to keep your purse and your wallet on you. And if you notice anything suspicious while out shopping, to report it right away. In St. George, Liv Kelleher, KUTV 2 News.
All right, continuing to talk money tonight. Hosting Thanksgiving going to cost a little more this year. Shoppers are expecting to spend about $431 on average this year, up 19% from last year. That according to Lending Tree. A recent Lending Tree survey found 27% of shoppers say they'll change food choices because of higher prices. The latest Consumer Price Index shows inflation ticked upwards of about 2.6% in October from last year. However, Finance Buzz found Butterball brand turkey prices across the country are down 12% from last year.
Making Thanksgiving a potluck is such a great way to control costs. If you're hosting Thanksgiving, it's already enough of a production just with all the work that you have to put in.
Other items that have dropped in price according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics are potatoes and white bread. A few items that'll cost you more: milk, butter, and cheese. What do you say, meteorologist Sean Kelly?
I'm saying it's all about the sides.
Yeah, it is about the sides.
I don't really care about the turkey. You can
Me
keep
neither.
the turkey.
It's always dry.
You can roast some chicken.
None of that dry turkey this year, guys.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Turkey
okay?
is kind of dry, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but that's why I like to. I take the turkey, the sides, and I just pour gravy all over it.
Yes. All right, making me hungry here around dinner time.
Why not?
Temperatures right now, as you see here, a little bit of a mild return, perhaps after this real winter-like scenario we've been feeling.
You know what Thursday and Friday is, right? For us? I know. We got to get back out there on the course.
Get out and play some golf.
I know. Yeah, we're going
Everything's
from.
going to thaw out briefly.
It's still golf, and it can also be ski season at the same time.
The beauty of where we
All
live.
right. Well, let's get to the forecast here, and yeah, we're talking about that warm up that we'll see by the end of the week. We got to get through tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's the big day that we're going to see some pretty chilly temperatures, and already seeing the temperatures drop quickly. We warned you about this earlier today, showing the colder temperatures that will be moving in, and here it is. It's already beginning with temperatures falling into the 30s, and in the next few hours we'll be down below freezing for much of the state. We're at 30 in Logan, 28 in Heber. Look at that. Down through Milford at freezing, just above that freezing mark in the Cedar City area at 34 degrees. And you can see it's still a bit gusty, 20 to 30 miles per hour into the Price Duchesne area. Notice the direction of the winds. That's a cold direction when we see the winds at the north and west. But it's also going to be the reason why we're looking at a setup here for some lake enhanced or lake effect snow that we'll see developing here beyond midnight tonight into tomorrow morning's commute. To have some caution here is why we have those winter weather alerts issued by the National Weather Service for winter weather advisories. That includes the northern end of the Salt Lake City area, up and down the I-15 corridor into the Ogden area, basically the northern Wasatch Front, including the Wasatch back down into Park City, where we could see a few inches of accumulating snow for tomorrow morning's commute. So give yourself some extra time to where you're heading to early. If you're heading to work, again, check with us early for those road conditions. Right now, meanwhile, we're dealing with a pretty substantial storm all the way from the south into Louisiana, all the way up towards the Midwest. Severe weather event, including eventually a snow event into portions of Chicago as we get into the middle of the week. For right now here at home, the majority of us are dry, dealing with cloudier conditions for much of the state. But here it is, zooming in. We've got a few snow showers developing out there, including down south heading towards Taylorsville into West Salt Lake City, dealing with a few spot showers into the Tooele area. Nothing substantial just yet, but watch what happens. Look closely here at the Futurecast as we get closer towards the midnight hour, showing the potential for some snow developing here into areas and around Salt Lake City. A better chance for snow will be north and northeast of the city as that lake effect snow starts to ramp up, especially for the mountains, picking up a few inches of snow as we head through the overnight all the way up through Cache Valley area, and then gradually tapering off as we get closer towards that 10 a.m. hour. So that's what we're watching right now. It's going to be pretty hard to really pinpoint exactly where these bands will set up off the Great Salt Lake. Remember, the water's still relatively warm with that cold air moving over it, so we could see a few inches of snow as we get into the day tomorrow. But prepare for the chilly weather as well. We're down into the 20s and teens overnight. Upper 30s for highs tomorrow. That is it. And then St. George, you're going from the 50s to eventually the 60s as we get closer towards the end of the week. Another storm early next week along the Wasatch Front. There's that warm up from the 30s to the 50s. A little bit hazy as that inversion sets in Thursday and Friday. But heading into the weekend, Brian, Sunday and Monday, I think that storm will be even bigger. Right now, it's going to be a little bit of a warmer storm, so that means valley rain, mountain snow. But I've seen this setup where we get closer to the event, those snow levels start to drop a little bit. It looks a little bit colder, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that because there is potential for some snow here in the valley.
You can bring all the setups you want because the more storms we get, the less inversion there is.
That's
and
right.
That's something I've always liked.
And
when
wind
we've got
is our friend, too.
A very active pattern, right? Because it means more for the skiers and riders.
And something
likely.
for me to do, too. I don't want it to be sunny.
We don't
every
want
day,
him
you know?
to be bored over there. Just watching sports or something. Come on, he would never. Coming up on Arc Salt Lake, an item connected to the sinking of the Titanic just set a new auction record. What would we be without telling you about a new auction item? That's what we love to do here. The history behind this watch that makes it so valuable. Can you guess how much it cost? Tropicana recently redesigned its classic bottle and it has not been a hit.
Yeah, Tropicana ditched its clear plastic bottles shaped like carafes and replaced them with more traditional looking plastic bottles. I like that. It's simple. The redesign included downsizing the bottle by 6 ounces. Okay, so it seems like why they did that.
And you're paying the same.
Yeah, right. Tropicana's sales plunged almost immediately after putting the new bottles on shelves. Sales declined in July and August, and by October, sales dropped by 19%.
But you like the bottle, so next time you go to the store, maybe you'll get one of those. Yeah. Just because it looks simple.
I like that fresh squeezed.
Fresh squeezed, yeah. You know, let's get that going here in the station.
Well, for the first time ever, Kit Kat is introducing a new seasonal candy bar.
Check out these Kit Kat Santas. They're available now nationwide for a limited time. The company says the updated candy has an even crispier wafer to chocolate ratio. I'll believe it when I taste it than a traditional Kit Kat bar. Hershey says to expect the Kit Kat Santa to be an annual tradition. We could get those to pass around the building.
Yeah.
And those won't stick around for long. A gold pocket watch gifted to a hero during the Titanic shipwreck has been auctioned for nearly $2 million.
Okay, just $2 million. Well, the 18-karat Tiffany & Company watch sold to private collectors over the weekend. The pocket watch was given to Captain Arthur Rostron by 3 widows of wealthy businessmen who died when the Titanic sank back in 1912. Rostron diverted his passenger ship, saving at least 700 people from the wreck. The auction set a record for Titanic memorabilia.
Is that how you would use $2 million?
No.
I don't think so.
I'll be on the beach somewhere.
Okay. We'll probably be here tomorrow unless we come across $2 million. See ya.